Okay. My specific purpose today is to present to you who I am. Although I have struggled in developing relationships with others and have struggled with my confidence, I have found great security in myself through Texas and marrying my best friend. Gilda Radner once said, "I wanted a perfect ending, although I have learned the hard way that some poems don't rhyme, some stories don't have a clear beginning, middle, and end. Life is about taking chances, taking a moment and making the best of it, and doing what you love." Today, I get the opportunity to share with you who I am. I am Haley Hogue. I will tell you about my background, how Texas has shaped me, and about the experience that has made me who I am today through marrying my best friend. But first, let me begin with sharing you about my background. I have overcome my struggle of being a withdrawn and reserved individual. Growing up, I was constantly moving, living in several places in Texas, Georgia, and Ohio. Because I was constantly moving, I found myself struggling to make friends. I found myself nervous to develop relationships with others that I knew would only be temporary. As a result, I struggled with finding activities that would keep my time occupied, struggled with my confidence, and struggled with developing relationships with others. Because of this, my mom then started taking me to the nursing home that she worked at. I started connecting with the nursing home members there, and I started being able to talk to them and to connect with them, and this connection turned into a passion. It turned into my passion to want to become a nurse one day, and is the sole reasoning behind why I want to be a nurse today. Now that I've shared with you a little bit about my background, let me share with you about the experience that has molded me into myself today through Texas. I have specific reasons as to why I believe Texas has made me who I am today. When I first moved to Texas, I was only 14. I was confident in myself yet insecure. I was unsure about who I wanted to be in high school, and I was unsure about the kinds of activities I wanted to involve myself in. When I first started my experience at McKinney High School, I knew 2 people, and I see this lightly because they were merely acquaintances. I knew that I'd eventually make friends, but in that moment it seemed impossible. After what seemed like forever, I met my very first friend, Sarah, who later became my best friend. Sarah wanted me to try out for the cheer team, and that was crazy to me because I had never done anything like that. But soon, I was intrigued by the idea of trying something new, so I went out on a limb and I tried out for the cheer team. Sarah often advocated to me the feeling she got standing underneath the Friday night football lights, so I gave it a shot. I ended up making the varsity cheer squad and cheered throughout high school. I made relationships with girls that I still speak to now. Texas has made me someone I am proud to be. Texas has made me courageous, intellectual, charismatic, hardworking, dependable, and optimistic. Because of my first act of spontaneity, I was able to push myself in ways that I didn't think I'd be able to be pushed. I pushed myself academically and graduated at the top of my class, and I pushed myself to develop relationships with people that I didn't think I'd be able to be friends with. Through the people I met and the experiences that I had in Texas, I look at myself in a completely different aspect than I did at the start of my journey in Texas. After all of this, now I can tell you about my background, my experiences that I had in Texas, and now I'll share with you a little bit about my current life situation. My current life situation is that I got married after only going to college for 1 year. I consider this my biggest accomplishment thus far in life because it has made me truly happy. I went to Arkansas after I graduated high school, and Michael went into the Army. I met Michael after my sophomore year of high school, and we dated throughout high school. I was content with my life at Arkansas, although I felt like a piece of me was currently missing over 1,000 miles away. I was joined a sorority at Arkansas, and I met girls that pushed me to try to find the best version of myself. They pushed me to find my true happiness. I was worried though. I was worried about what people would think of me if I left Arkansas and decided to move to North Carolina to marry Michael. I was worried because these people knew how successful I was in Arkansas and knew how hard I was working at Arkansas. I had to decide in that moment though what was more important to me, my happiness or the opinions of people that should love me unconditionally no matter what I decided to do with my life. I consider this a very significant moment to who I am in my life because there was a moment where I had to decide where people what was more important to me, the opinion of myself or the opinions of people thought of me. I had to stop caring what people thought of me for the first time in my life. I had to grow in my confidence and realize that I wanted a life for myself that made me happy and that I wanted Michael to be a part of that. With my growing confidence, I began to realize it didn't matter where I ended up, that I could be successful anywhere. And after only living in North Carolina for a few weeks, I can truly say I created a life for myself that makes me truly happy. You can all see how marrying young has impacted me as a person. Let's review what makes me who I am today. I've overcome my fear of connecting with others and developed a passion for helping people. My experiences in Texas have made me someone I am proud to be, and I've obtained admirable qualities of a hard worker. I made myself happy by marrying young and made the life choice to stop caring about what other people think of me. I have been molded by my experiences in Texas, in my experiences as a young child, and by marrying my best friend. If you have ever felt fearful to reach out to others or fearful of what the future brings, I encourage you to take one day at a time and trust that everything will fall into place. I encourage you to live every day to the fullest and to push yourself a little further than you did the day before. I challenge you to create your own happiness and to do things in life that you love. I hope that you forget about what everyone else says and thinks. If it makes you happy, do it.
Good job.